Influencers and journalists and the media started picking up on it. Headline of the world for foodies, Filipino food is the next big thing. Are we the next big thing? And who defines that? The next big thing for me means you're asking yourself, pasta, pad thai, or pancit. There's a bit of a journey of discovery that we're gonna find with each and every restaurateur and chef that we're gonna meet today. But in each and every one, you're gonna find a unique dream born out of these little Manilas. We're gonna be in Queens visiting Chef Kim and her partner Kevin of Cora. They had a 10,000 person wait list for their debut product, which was these beautiful Filipino donuts.
I mean, we often call ourselves accidental entrepreneurs because after my grandma died, I knew that I wanted to pay homage to her in some way. And after I found her recipe book, I was like, you know what, babe, I want to make some donuts. I'm going to try selling out of the apartment just for fun, let the time pass. Really, it's been me for the last 2 years keeping my grandma alive, and that's really the thing that keeps it going, I think, for me. I do want to display that other side of what Cora can be. We're not just only doing desserts, we do all sorts of things. So we actually made caldereta pies for last Thanksgiving.
What is caldereta?
It's a very rich meat stew. Gotta make sure the meat is tender, whatever you use. It's traditionally goat. For our sake today, it's beef. It's something that's perfect with rice, but it's also amazing in a nice flaky pie crust. We don't really want Cora to have a label. We're kind of just like, we are whatever we choose to be. I mean, we've obviously got our start because of donuts, but we've never wanted to be a donut company.
This means that I'm at a Filipino table because I know knives, and there's a technique to doing this. We take the spoon and we push with the fork into the spoon and then take a bite. Salud. The theater district, you know, it has its reputation for being pretty touristy, but I gotta tell you, you have another reason to go to the theater district, and it's Tradisyon, a new Filipino restaurant serving bowls.
I love seeing people's reactions when they eat the food. It's like, oh my God, this reminds me of like, my Lola's cooking or my mom's cooking. At the end of the day, we're selling nostalgia. Ratatouille moment.
So what is your experience with Filipino food?
It's this amalgam of so many different influences and cultures, like American occupation and Spanish colonization, Chinese and Muslim. I think that shows up in a singularly unique cuisine that feels unlike any other, even within the region.
What I want it to be in the same realm as the other Asian cuisines. I still have customers that come in here every single week, at least 2 to 3 people say that, hey, I've never had Filipino food before. Yeah. I want to change that.
See, as an outsider, I see a respect for flavors, of regionality, but, you know, like a good musician taking any note and then making it their own. So this is a remix. The cornerstones are acid and funk.
Yes.
So as long as you have that, you have Filipino food.
Exactly.
So when I first moved to New York City, I would ask where to get Filipino food. And it was always, Tito Rads, Tito Rads! It's a real hole in the wall, off a beaten path on the main highway. We're cooking and eating with Chef Mario, AKA Boyet, for some panga and traditional Filipino fare. Can you tell us a little bit about what is panga?
The panga is the color of the tuna. All right, the secret of this is you have to cut in the middle, right here. So you open it up,
And then
you marinate inside. I believe in the Philippines, they don't know how to eat actually. This is the garbage for them. For me, it's gold.
this is an offcut.
Yes.
This is gold.
Wow, look at that. A little butter.
A little butter, a little lemon.
And then this one here.
A little bit more of the marinade.
Yes.
What part should I eat? Anything?
Yeah. Telling you. the right way. Just do the right way. Just eating it.
That's so bomb. It's luscious.
So
This is the reason why rice was invented, for food like this. So good.
must be a good in beer.
And beer. Everything can go wrong in a restaurant. Why are you doing this?
Passion. I said to myself, so we have to do something different. When your family asking you for food to take out, they don't even cross their mind. Let's go eat Filipino. When I want to show it to the public, New Yorkers not easy to please. For the past 3 months, I almost closed my restaurant because nobody's eating.
Do you have any thoughts on Filipino food being called the next big thing?
We already there, really, 70%.
What's it gonna take to be 100%?
100% is we open more restaurants. Look at the Chinese way, the Thai, they have their own region.
That's what I think the future of Filipino food
That's gonna be okay.
is regionality.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So you know Filipino food.
I wouldn't say I know Filipino food. I mean, I've had it.
For your cuisine, though, it has become remarkably mainstream. I mean, I think there's Lay's potato chips with gochujang. Did it ever occur to you growing up, like, oh, I wish Korean food was more popular, or no?
Not really. I just consider that that's what I eat at home, and then it becomes multiculturalism. So that's kind of what we live now.
The more we see each other, the more we can see what's possible. Because if you cannot see it, sometimes you don't know you can be it. You guys are imagining what's possible, and that's sometimes the hardest thing to do. It's influencing a whole new generation that's gonna come behind you with that same set of standards.
To us and people like us. Let's go!